Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us on this delightful Thursday evening. I want you to just take a quick moment and take a look at my beautiful blue Chemline hoodie right here. But as you can see in the background, we got a whole bunch of blue going on. So let's go ahead and get started. Guys, first this evening, I'm not going to lie, I'm taken aback a little bit. First this evening was Kurt 24. So congratulations to you, sir. Kurt 24 is first. I believe it was on accident because he said, "Congrats on being first." Oops. Because we all know Kurt is always first, and then he's been kind of laying back, playing coy. He lets somebody else jump in, and then he immediately jumps in and says, "Congratulations on being first." He's given it to. I admire that a great deal. And then after that, he says DLD After Dark. Go ahead and check. He sent me $20 just for doing the stream. Like, bro, thank you so much. I am extremely grateful for you. You are an incredible person, and it means more than I can even. Thank you. I appreciate you. But I also have something that I'm going to be able to give back to our community, our beautiful little community that we have here between these four walls. Probably this evening. I think I can work it out for this evening. So let's go ahead and get started. So congratulations, you, sir Kurt, have earned yourself one crisp high five. So congratulations. And let's get started. So let's say what's up to the channel members. We got, of course, Kurt 24, channel member. We got Rusty Shackelford. What's up, brother? Channel member. I just saw it. He says I sneezed and hit enter. That is hilarious. We've all sent a message by accident. Let's just be grateful that that's all you sent. So Kurt 24, channel member. We got C&T Designs and Arms, channel member. Rusty Shackelford, I think I already said that, but channel member. 80XR920. I actually found an 80XR920, and I was so close to purchasing it. There were a few Shadow Systems Glocks at not really a local gun shop, but a gun shop that I was around today, and they had a bunch of Shadow Systems there for like the low, like almost all of them were sub $800. So I was tempted, but I didn't get any new Shadow Systems. But what I did get is a whole buttload of ammo, including 2 new calibers that I'm taking on, which I know it's not responsible, especially with our world completely melting the way that it is, but hey, it's all good. So 80XR920, Chinamemba, what's up, brother? We got CT, we said what's up to CNT, what's up, brother? We got Robert Ribbit Harrison, Chinamemba, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in, appreciate you. T for Tejas, thank you for joining us, another Chinamemba. We got T for Tejas, CNT, Kurt 24. Damn, either y'all talk so much or I am so late. But I appreciate all the channel member conversations up in here. Who else we got here? Kurt 24, CNT Designs. EDXR 920. Just making sure I don't miss any channel members. Of course, everyone here is important, but the channel members, keep it going on. Boom Thumb, McBangy Hand. I thought it was McBang Hand. Boom Thumb McBangy Hand. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming in. Another channel member. Come out in PLA, quite possibly the best username on the planet. Come out in PLA. Another channel member. Good to see you. Kurt 24. Oh, snap! Fairchilds, what's up, motherfucker? Where you been at, bro? Good to see you, man. I missed you. Dougie. Z, Chittamemba, what's up, brother? BB Luminous, Chittamemba, what's up, brother? DB Koopa, 40, slow and wobbly. That is hilarious. We actually have a really exciting guest this evening. I can't wait to introduce them. Okay, sorry. I'll wait. Night Custom Builds, another Chittamemba. What's up, brother? Mike McClune, Chittamemba. And don't forget that 40 caliber is slow and wobbly. Thank you for that. That is not one of the 2 calibers that I've added to my collection. I just want to go out there and say that. Mo Better Prince, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining us. Another channel member. Look at all these beautiful channel members, man. I could not do it without y'all, man. Thank you. And Do 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 do. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Thought I saw one. PC, another channel member. Which have you guys noticed that PC is not very PC? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Heath, what's up with the Z question mark? Help me understand. Help me know. What you're trying to communicate with this. Are you in need of something? Blink twice. If you're 9 by 18, no, absolutely not. Though I'm not mad at 9 by 18, but when Brendan Herrera came on the show, I just want to go out like in public and say right now that I made fun of him and I called his Makarov a less than lethal tool. I'm just saying. Gerchop, Burgles, turds. Oh, that's great. Okay, let me go through. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. My bad, y'all. My B. G33 for the win. I know, bro. I'm telling you. Yes. Now let's get the motherfucking honorable mentions in. We got too many choices. We got Swamp Dog. We got Faith. I'm just kidding. What's up? Good to see you, Faith. We got Aaron Staton. Did you test the P80 Glock 33 yet? I have not. Turns out the only ammunition I could find for this motherfucker, I got to order online. So, yeah, there's that. Thirsty Colt, what's up, brother? Just looking at feet pics, I'm sure. Good to see you. Man Against the Masses. B. Fairchilds, man, it's really good to see you, brother. I'm glad that you are in here. And who else? Adam Grubb, the dude that built a machine gun from a fucking muffler from Advanced Auto. Can we give him like a golf clap in chat, right? Now, for everyone out there, he already got arrested. He already served his time and was released. So we can talk about that shit. It's not glowy shit. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Keep corn popping your thoughts. He's currently underwater right now. Fudge, bro. Let me check on him. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. That's not cool. He was one person I did not check up on. Sorry, y'all. I just want to check in on him. Because y'all know what we do here. Rule number 1 is be kind, right? Rule number 2 is live a life of care, compassion, contribution, take care of others. So if one of our people is in need, is in help, we're going to come together and we're going to help them. All right. Detective John Kimball, good seeing you, brother. Thank you for coming in and thank you for that reminder. That's real talk. Toy Town, what's up, brother? Good to see you. We got. Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't miss Pete, man. Y'all are what keeps this channel going, brother. Okay, Joe Morris, the safety doc. What's up, brother? Fairchop, bro. Come on, bro. 40 is the best caliber, dog. What? Thought I raised you right. Dave Philpott, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Agorizer, what's cracking, fam? Constitutional Carpenter, good to see you. Agorizer, Safety Doc, live life. What's up, brother? And JC9, there we go. I want to ride. My bad. My chat keeps what's it called? Updating. Moose, what up? Fire Rider, what up? All right, so let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Oh, and of course, Frag Out Designs. If you guys have not seen the work that Frag Out Designs does, it is incredible, dude. His engraving is nuts. And somebody told me that he actually did the artwork on one of Ice Cube's CDs. Like, don't you want the person that did the artwork on Ice Cube's album engraving your guns? Like, bro, this is simple arithmetic here, okay? Shakara Smith says, boom. Thank you for joining us. Shakaka. Thank you. Okay, we're just going to call it there. Love all you guys. Thank you, everybody. If I missed you out, please sound off in chat. Or if I missed shouting you out, go ahead and sound off in chat. I'll make sure that you get a little shout out, man. I appreciate all y'all. Man, a lot of old heads coming back, man. It's good to see y'all, man. DC Donuts. Hey, Dark. Midway is one of the only sites that has 357 SIG. Appreciate that, man. I'll check that out. Also, if you look on, well, actually, I don't really want to tell y'all because I don't want to lose out on getting the shit. But I'll bring my guest on in just a sec. Sorry, brother, to keep you waiting down there. Nice, you good, bro. The Liberty Civil Defense 357 SIG ammunition out of a Glock 33 is pushing about 2,250 feet per second. Okay, that will blow through soft armor like crazy. I mean, that shit zip. It's just gonna zip right through it. And if you guys ever have the opportunity to pick up either 40 grain or 45 grain 223, that shit is pushing 3,600 feet per second out of a 16 and a half inch barrel. So you're still pushing like 32-ish out of a 10.3-ish, 10.3, 10.5. So that shit's going through steel plates. Just saying. Look up the videos on that shit. So, okay. So now that we're talking about spicy cartridges, let's talk about spicy situations. You guys may have heard that there was a gentleman that is, kind of in the printing community a little bit, kind of in the gun community a little bit. And he heard that there was a buyback going on. And he said, not on my coast. And he traded in some very unique items for a lot of money that technically came from you guys, but it came from the police. That's just a tax joke. Let's go ahead and take a moment to welcome Mr. Kem. Welcome,
What's
sir.
up, man? I'm so happy to be here. This is awesome.
Yeah. Dude, this is awesome to have you on, man. Thank you for coming on. And I see you colored your hair again.
Yeah, man. I wanted to match that Chem Light blue.
Hey,
let's
nice.
Go.
It looks good, dude. Oh, and we got a new channel member. Holy shit, Dave Philpott.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Appreciate that, man. Hell yeah. All right, so for the people that don't know who you are and what you've done, I'm just let everyone know who you are, what you do, and how much of a fucking madman you are.
No. I'm Kem. You may have heard about me because of my antics in Utica, New York. You may have seen the Twitter post and some of the chatter going around. Or maybe you live in Utica and you watched that news report the other day. That's me. I sold 60 Yankee Boogle auto sears to the Utica police and walked away with $21,000 in gift cards at their buyback program.
Dude, that is so crazy. I mean, look, the first time I heard about that, honestly, when I saw it, I was like, this can't be real. Like, there's no way that this could be real. And I mean, it's been confirmed. I mean, and you went on the Out of Battery podcast.
I sure did.
Went on John Crump Live, and obviously you're being careful about your identity, which is a good idea.
Just a little bit. I don't want to blow my cover just yet.
Yeah, and
waiting to see if the AFT wants to knock on my door first.
Risky Krisky says, "My man."
I'm just doing my civic duty, man. I'm just doing my civic duty.
Yeah, and actually, for you and for everyone in chat too, Risky Krisky actually has a really great channel on a lot of like survival techniques, military-aged male militia type stuff. It's really, really, really good content. So check him out.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, I gotta say, like, that was fucking terrifying. Just thinking of like the idea of driving to some place that you're supposed to have, amnesty, so they say. I guess talk a little bit about like
well, they made good on their promise so far. I haven't been seeing any Men in Black since I came back, so I'm pretty sure not yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm almost in the clear here.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a wild, very wild experience. It didn't feel real for the most part.
What inspired you to do it initially?
Cobra Economics, when he hit up the Houston buyback, I saw that on Twitter and I was like, oh man, this is so bad, bro.
Yeah.
He walked away with how much money?
$6,000, something like that.
I was like, Wow, I gotta
Well, I
try
don't know. I
this.
think he profited like $3,000, but I think in total he grossed like $6,000.
Yeah, no, that's insane, man. No, 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 no. I saw that. I was like, oh, I gotta get the next one. I gotta get the next one.
Too Many Choices says 60 times 10 years each.
Yeah, I had them in a little plastic bag, man. And you want to know how it feels to hold 600 years in federal prison? I'm your
Oh
guy. I know how that feels.
God, man. The interesting thing is like I thought about it, and I mean, what if like a mom found that under like her kid's bed or something, right? Like it's not too far fetched to be like, I got a bag of Swiftlings. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
they wouldn't arrest a old granny walking in there or something, so they should afford you that same amnesty.
that's fair. I mean, there's some people walking in there with some. I felt almost compelled to do something about it. Some of the guns that got turned in.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I wasn't the stupidest person there. But
So when you saw the Cobra Economics thing, I think it was like let's call it like $6,000. I can't remember right offhand, but
I heard a bunch of different numbers.
yeah, and I think he also went on Out of Battery podcast and discussed it too. I just can't recall off the top of my head. When you first saw that, were you like, man, I want to do that, or were you like, man, how do I beat that?
I was like, man, I want to do that. Like, this guy's making like a difference. He's taking action. He's doing something, to actually forward that message, right? I mean, to forward the culture and to say, hey, no, we're gonna stand up for this, and we're gonna say no, and we're gonna fuck with you while we do it. So I said, oh man, that would be cool. Make some extra money on the side and piss some cops off. Like, what's better than that, right?
Oh yeah.
And then it turned into like a huge payday.
Yeah. I mean,
I had one stupid idea, and I said, "Oh man, if this pays off."
That's the funniest thing. Like how polarizing those results would be. Like forever in jail and a pretty decent payday. Like
yeah. No, listen. The last 20 minutes of that 6-hour drive, I'm telling you, I was shitting myself.
Dude,
I was driving up upstate New York on some back road to Utica, and I'm like, oh my god, oh, this is it. I'm gonna go to jail, boys. This is it.
Were you tripping out driving there or driving?
Yeah, driving
back
there.
more so?
Driving there more than anything.
Okay.
Driving back, I was cackling the whole way through. But driving there, I was not very chipper.
Dude, I would have been terrified. And when you got there, well, hold on, let me back up a little bit, and we'll talk about when you got there. But from what I understand, because we have a lot of cross viewership with like Crump and that, so some people have heard your story, but apparently like the b00gles weren't like the star of the show at first.
Well,
right?
they were an afterthought. Yeah, I had originally the math didn't include them at first.
So what were you doing at first? You were just doing like frames?
At first, I was trying to prioritize print time, right? So everything was printed at 10% infill, with like minimal walls, very cheaply. Like it was just the fastest I could put them out. And I tried a couple of different things. At first, I was gonna manufacture full pistols, harlots and songbirds and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, because then I have to go buy a bunch of pipe, and I actually have to put these things together, and I don't want to do that. I just want to run the printer for 3 weeks straight, and cash out, because I'm not doing all that extra stuff. And so I found Ivan's 1022 receiver, the flat top.
Yeah.
And you can print 5 of those in just under 24 hours.
Really?
Yeah, 5 of those will fit across an Ender 3 Pro bed, and you can print 5 of them at like minimal settings, like terrible quality, but you can print 5 of them in a day. And so I would set the printer up in the morning, go to work, come back, babysit it a little more, see if anything was wrong, go to sleep, and I'd wake up in the morning with 5 new 1022s.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. And I did that for 3 weeks. I printed 2 Anderson Wildfires because I wanted to test the print quality. To see if I could actually take them. And I printed 2 DD43s, so they're the single stack Glock frames from Deterrence Dispensed.
Yeah.
And then I was going to print more 1022s. And at that point, I had printed 30 b00gles just to look at them, right? Just to see how it printed.
Okay.
And then I remembered, oh yeah, these are machine guns. I need to be really careful with this because this is 300 years in federal prison. right?
Yeah,
I
and
had the
somebody
bag at
actually
30.
mentioned too. They said, keep in mind that it's up to a $250,000 fine per each unit, so that's $15 million in
Oh, I hadn't done that math. I mean, at that point, I don't really. I'm
yeah,
in jail forever. Like, there's no
yeah.
way.
I mean,
Yeah,
several
but
consecutive life
so
sentences.
I had all of these already printed, and I was like, this is a long shot, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a try. I honestly thought that the auto series were just gonna look at me like, what is this? This
Yeah,
is not a gun. This doesn't even look like a gun. This is not even a gun part. I honestly thought they would turn down the Boogles and I would just have to throw them in the trash.
I kind of thought when I saw the bag, the picture of the bag first, I was like, these cops are gonna look at it and be like, this is stupid. We're not
Yeah.
taking this. But honestly, like when you got there, explain what happened. Didn't the?
So, well, I'm not done with the printing.
Oh
So
yeah, my bad, my
I
bad.
tried to print more 1022s. I had like 10 or 15 left that I needed to print.
Mm.
And I got to the end of the first batch of 5, and I realized that there was a problem with the printer. Like, I was not going to have enough time. My math was not done super great, right?
Yeah.
So I overshot what I thought I could print feasibly within an amount of time.
Okay.
So I ended up I said, fuck it, I'm gonna print more Boogles and just make up for it that way. And so I printed the next 30, and I put them in the bag, and I'm like, oh man, this better work. Like,
That's crazy.
this better work. And I stuck them all in the tote bag, and then I drove 6 hours to Utica. And
Dude, that's
I swear, man,
nuts.
I drove up to the parking lot, and there's like nobody there. There's a couple of cars just sitting there, and I'm just like, oh man, this looks fucking sketchy. Like, I'm just gonna go park over it on the side. And when I get out of the car, there's already somebody walking towards me. Like, fuck. Like, this is bad.
Damn.
Hey, you here for the buyback? Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. How many do you got? 110. What? His face drops. What?
What?
I was like, yeah, 110. And he's like, okay, you need to go talk to that guy. And that's when I talked to the. Apparently, he's not the chief. I had no idea, but everybody called him chief. But somebody I spoke to earlier did another interview for Utica's local news station, and apparently that's not the chief of police.
Wow.
It's some high-ranking dude from the AG's office. But regardless, like, super important guy. You can see him. He's the guy in the white fitted button-up shirt and the blue jeans, and he's got the gun on the hip.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he walks over, and he's like, "Hey, man, how's it going? Thanks for coming out." Shakes my hand, and he's like, "So you got 110 guns?" Huh? I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "And they're all ghost guns, huh?" "Yeah." Yeah. Well, that cleans me out. That cleans me out.
He knew right away.
He knew right away that they didn't have enough money.
Damn.
Right away. And it wasn't until I walked him back, and this is my favorite moment of the entire story. I start pulling out the bags on the hood of my car. Right. I had a bag that had one of each, and so I showed it to him, and I pulled, is the X of these, X of those, and then I've got this little bag of Yankee Boogle AR-15 auto series, and he's like, oh. And he looks at me, and his eyes are white as dinner plates. It is hilarious. He literally stopped, and he's like, "Oh, I know what those are. Yeah, I need to go make a phone call."
What?
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I would be shitting my pants at that point.
Oh my god, this guy! I mean, I saw his face, and I was like, "Oh shit! Oh, I should not have done this." Because I'm like, oh no, it's over. Like, I'm getting arrested today. Like, it's just that's how it ends, right?
Did you? So, quick little side question here. Did you like hit anybody up and be like, bro, I'm about to do something real stupid?
I was live updating this Discord server I'm in with a bunch of buddies, a bunch of high school friends. Live updating as shit was going on, and I swear one of them was like, dude, it's over. Like, you fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, did I fuck up?
I mean, they say that it's no questions asked.
That's what I said. I mean, it's an amnesty program, no questions asked, no limit. Like, there's nothing in the fine print. And he tried to push me this is hours later. Tried to push me a couple of times on the pricing, but he wanted those auto sears bad, man. Like, he saw them and he wanted them bad.
Well, I later
learned that they were required to basically purchase any NFA items that showed up because they would ask people if they were bringing NFA items, and I had a bag of 60. They had to.
Yeah, I thought about that after hearing your story initially. I was like, man, like imagine like casting that responsibility onto somebody in law enforcement. Like
Yeah.
these are machine guns, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I think like they turned away Glock frames and
A
like other
couple.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the hilarious thing here is that, and this is kind of like the point to what people are doing all over the country. I mean,
Right.
this is happening all the time. It's underreported.
Oh yeah,
Right?
it's man, it's overwhelming. This is a problem across the country.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that so many people are doing similar things. Maybe not bringing like a freezer bag full of elementals, right? But they're
When you
printing
say it like that,
yeah.
you make it sound a little worse than it was, I think.
I mean, the crazy thing is that like I'm the one thing I'm hearing constantly is that these cops and not even just cops, right? Like politicians, anybody in some type of leadership position that disagrees with our God-given rights, like for self-preservation, for firearms that are supposed to be protected by the Second Amendment. They say these ghost guns are so dangerous. They are, so whatever. The crime is increasing.
They're threat number one to public safety, and
Yeah,
they're these terrible things that are just killing children left and right.
blowing
And
lungs out.
but when you show up with them, they suddenly aren't interested.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't want that. We don't want that.
I mean the guy straight up told me, hey, these frames, these receivers, we don't want them. They're not firearms. ATF tells us we don't have to worry about them. Like just straight up,
Bro,
they don't care.
That's so crazy because if I were to take that frame and well, depending on what state one is
Right.
in, whatever, it could be very easy for somebody to make a mistake with like a 3D printed frame and do something that would literally land them in prison.
Yeah.
Right. Like the fact that they're turning away the same items that they are saying is like the number one threat to
Exactly. It's like handing El Chapo over to the DEA and they say no thanks, we're not interested.
Yeah.
What? Like what do you mean you're not interested? This is the one thing that you told us was the most dangerous thing alive. Like this is it. Here it is. And no, we don't want it. It's not real. It's not a real firearm. We don't care. It shows their real motivations is what it does.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hoping that maybe this could, I mean, the more it happens, this could potentially set some precedent that they're not firearms. That lower receivers are not firearms.
Exactly. If law enforcement is not going to treat them as a firearm when they're being turned in with other firearms, then what is it? Is it plastic or is it a firearm? You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
Either it's garbage or it's a gun. Choose.
Funny how that works.
Exactly, right? It's government. There's no consistency. They do what's useful for them in the moment.
Yeah, well, whatever's fitting to their narrative. Right?
Exactly.
But sorry, that was my little sidebar there. But getting back to the story, you brought them to him. You told him what they were. He right away knew what they were.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And he was like, I got to make some calls. Do you know who he called?
I later learned by his own admission that he was on the phone with the AG's office, their lawyers, the police department, their chiefs, their lawyers, the city, their lawyers, another private law firm, and the ATF.
Oh my God.
An ATF liaison that they have on call specifically for programs like this, specifically for reasons like this.
Jesus.
Yes.
That's
anything
crazy.
NFA has to go through their ATF liaison.
So anything NFA related or anything
NFA related. So that's why the ATF was on the phone, because it was NFA related. The lawyers were all on the phone because they were trying to disassemble the language of the flyer to see if there was anything that would allow them to take the Sears from me without pay.
Ooh.
They did this at the Camillus Buyback too that my buddy Ricky went to. He turned in 300 auto Sears and only walked out with $900 because the lawyers were there waiting for him to show up. And by the time they finished counting, they had already taken the Sears from him.
Oh
so
my
you couldn't
God.
really fight them on the price. But they took 300 Sears from my buddy Ricky in Camillus, New York, after the lawyers told them that they had to take them because there was no other choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's massive liability. And two things. One, the responsibility, the onus is on them at that point. If they don't accept that, and then now all of a sudden hundreds of people have machine guns now, right? If you walk away and, even though you had no intention, obviously, of doing anything.
No, of course not. And I knew that I couldn't.
Yeah.
I knew that the idea was, sorry, I heard my phone vibrate. I knew that the idea was that as long as I didn't leave, I had amnesty. And that the moment I left, it would be a manhunt. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew that I had to sit there for the long haul. They were going to try to wait me out and see if I would leave. But I had to sit there, and as long as I sat there, they were obligated to pay me.
That's what would terrify me is if they said, you know what, we don't want it. Have a good day. I'd be like, oh my God, I am not leaving without getting these out of
in that situation. You know what? If they had said, boop, there you go, have a good one. It's yours. You don't want to pay me. You don't want to pay me, right? I can later fight that in court, but I'm not walking out with that thing in my hand. I am not going to be caught in possession of that kind of shit if the ATF really has a hard on for them.
That's why I would have been more scared about the drive up there.
Dude, I'm telling you, I drove the speed limit the whole way.
I can imagine.
I did not want to get pulled over because I knew the moment I got pulled over, if the cops said, hey, son, do you have any firearms in this car? Yeah, I have 110 of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? Get out of the car.
Yeah, that's not going to go very
finds that shit on me. I'm going to New. I don't give a shit. You're under arrest. Like, bye-bye.
Yeah, they don't give it. Amnesty isn't on the way and on the way back,
Exactly. It's
not to mention the state lines.
Crossing state lines, yeah. Trafficking machine guns across state. Trafficking unregistered, unlicensed, unserialized, non-grandfathered machine guns across state lines.
Maybe we shouldn't be doing this show.
Hey, they gave me amnesty.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's good. I am not currently for the FBI officer or the ATF officer watching. I am not currently in possession of any such devices whatsoever. There are none in my house. There are none in my car. I don't have a dog, but if I happen to have a dog somewhere out there, he doesn't have any either. Please don't shoot him.
Okay? Good move. With the $21,000 that you got, you could probably buy a dog and get one of those doggy bulletproof vests.
Get my dog a plate carrier. Yeah,
man. Dude. Hell yeah.
Well, shit, he might need it.
He says, Kim, you must push your nuts around in a wheelbarrow.
Somebody said that shit in the Twitter thread, man. Somebody posted a GIF. Have you seen the GIF of the one South Park episode where Randy gets testicular cancer?
Oh yeah,
and he's carrying them around to the dispensary in a wheelbarrow. Somebody posted that GIF, dude. I cackled. That shit is funny as fuck. No, man. Don't try this at home, kids. Don't try this at home. This is a very risky thing that I did, and if you're not prepared to deal with that shit, don't. You don't want that kind of smoke if you fuck up. You really don't.
I mean, honestly, like, I think, guys, it's pretty clear that Kim is sharing what he did on his own. It was a decision that he made, and no one at any point is telling anyone to do anything to do.
I am definitely not telling you to go to Control Pew, look up the catalog, go to Odyssey, download the files, and do with that information what you will. Okay?
Yeah.
The information is not illegal. The files are not illegal. The instructions are not illegal. Everything past that point, I cannot speak on, and I do not encourage. Do not break the law. Know the law in your jurisdiction. Please don't do anything stupid. And if you do, it was not my fault. Okay?
Definitely not my fault. Laws are important. CNT says he wears a hoodie upside down to carry his nuts in the hood. So another thing I heard is that if we were to ask people, I'll ask people in chat now, guys, take a second and if you don't know how long it took, how long you would think for buyback of something like that, like how long would it take? Maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour or something like that.
I can't
Take,
read chat from.
take a second, chat, and write, how long you think something like that would generally take. And then he can go in and tell the story. There's usually like a 30-second or so lag that it'll start coming in. But after that point, what else happened? And of course, also, how long did it take?
Right. So I get there, and the event hasn't started yet because I'm 15 minutes early. So I arrived at 9:45. Event was supposed to go from 10 to 1 p.m. And as they started getting set up, and the mobile command center sort of rolled in this big fuck off RV that's just modified to hell with all of their stuff in it. And they start putting up tables and stuff, and it gets to about 10:30 before people start really rolling in, turning in stuff. I sat there from start to finish. I got there at 9:45. I think I had my first like talk with the guy who was in charge at like 10:15, and I did not walk out of that parking lot until like 6 o'clock. I did not leave. And it was not until like 5:30 that they showed up with the gift cards in hand. And if you guys check out the Out of Battery Life podcast, they got the original pictures. They got all the pictures. And there's one picture of my boy Ricky who's turning in the guns that he brought, the Harlots. And they gave him red envelopes with the gift cards inside. Those were the gift cards that they were handing out that day. They ran out of gift cards by the time they got to me and my other buddy Colin, who was there at the time. They had to raid supermarkets, drugstores, convenience stores for the pink and gray MasterCard like gift cards in order to pay me and my buddy Colin, because they were just out of money, but they had already shaken them, so they had to pay me. That was the sign right there. That white and red sign. That was the sign they had. That was the intersection. I was there.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at a close up of the guns that they actually got, that first picture, there is a P08 Luger in that picture.
No.
Yes, 100%. There is a P08 Luger in that picture. If you zoom in, it's near where the ARs are. It's off to the left hand side. There is a P08 Luger in that picture.
Dude, that's
and they don't show it, but someone else turned in an Orinco SKS.
Oh, what? And
yes,
an M1A?
Oh, there's an M1A in there?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Oh yeah, man.
Oh my god, it's a Colt Python.
It's a Colt. A lot of like, dude, that Colt Python, shiny chrome, new, out of the box. Probably has never been shot. I saw the woman walk up with it.
Okay,
she's flagging like half the line as well. Lady had zero barrel discipline.
Of course. Sorry, it's kind of.
No, you're good. One of the ARs was an M&P 1522. You can tell by the side of the mag. I saw him like undo the mag and shit and clear it, and it was a 22 long rifle mag. And they had a couple of nice longs there as well.
There's a Kel-Tec right here. Oh, you know what?
What?
Okay. This, if I am not mistaken, is a 22 reproduction of the Luger.
Oh.
I don't think it's an actual Luger. I can't recall the company offhand, but I'll have to pull it up to see, because it's a little more boxy, and it's I mean, it looks exactly.
I don't know
like
that much about Lugers, to be honest. I don't know much about German guns specifically.
I think it's a repro. I pray.
Either way, dude, it's a Luger and it's expensive. Like, why would you do this?
Yeah.
Either way, the Luger is cool as shit. Why would you do this?
Hell yeah. They got a high standard. They got the famous 32 Smith & Wesson top brakes. They got a Colt 1911 or a 1911 with Colt grips on it.
There's a high point carbine in there as well, I think.
Damn, they got... Dude, they have a SIG 320 with a threaded barrel and what looks to be like... I don't know if they're fronting here, if they really got all these.
There were a lot of people. I can tell you right now, I didn't individually. I was kind of far, but the number of guns that they recovered is accurate. I saw each and every one of those guns come in.
I was sharing the other screen. That's my bad. Here,
No, you're good.
This is a much closer zoom. So we got a Keltec P32 here. Got
There's
a
a
high point
reproduction
here.
revolver as well.
Oh, there's a Glock. A Glock, probably like a 26, 27, 33 frame. Smith & Wesson, like a 36 or something. This on top is absolutely an M1A.
That's
with
crazy.
the white tan. That's crazy. This is the SIG right here with the threaded barrel and the maybe Apex trigger. I can't tell which trigger, but definitely a very fine trigger. Let's see if I can scooch over a little bit in this. No, I can't. Go back out one. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry, now I'm interested. Like high point carbine that looks like the 22 AR, some kind of bolt gun, a fucking M1A. That's crazy, bro. I wonder what kind of glass it's got on it. Some 1911. Whoa. Pause. Hold up. That is a BB gun.
What?
That right there is a BB gun.
These mother.
Okay. If you were a kid in the 80s and 90s, the Walmart special, $15. It looked like a 1911 size, but only the very back. It was like a rectangle pulled back. That is exactly what that looks like there. Now, maybe I'm tripping. It could be some type of 22 that I've never seen before. Or before.
Y'all heard that? They buying daisies out here, guys.
I know,
Get your Red
right?
Riders out here. Make some money.
Yeah. And that is... Oh, no. That's a BB gun, too.
No way.
Dude, that Colt Python looking one? Look at the front of the cylinder right there. That's a BB gun, bro.
Disc revolver. Holy shit.
That is a fucking BB gun. Dude, they got the little tuna. Damn. Dude, they're fronting. They're fronting in the rental. That's what we call it where I'm from. You fronting in the rental. Oh, snap. It's a ROM. Okay, maybe. I don't know.
Is that the reproduction looter you're talking about?
Could be. Somebody said it's a ROM. I'm not sure. That could be.
German.
I know you know about the hood guns, homie. So, you know, salute. Shauna, thank you for coming in. Salute to all y'all. My bad, I wasn't focused on chat, y'all. Jason, what up? Let me see. Some of the tactical turkeys may come in here. Dang old Matt. Colt 1851 replica.
Yeah,
yep. And I have a real, genuine 1851 Colt Navy revolver right over there that was used and carried in the Civil War.
Whoa! By who?
By my great grandfather.
Wow!
And it was passed down to me when my grandfather passed away. He passed it down to me.
Where did he fight?
I don't know exactly where he fought, but I know what side he fought for. Yeah.
I see what's going on here.
One of those situations.
You got a little rebel blood in you, don't you, boy?
Little rebel blood. What can I say? I'm
okay.
I'm a rebel. And honestly,
it's okay.
In the past, speaking of being a rebel, there was a gun buyback that was coming up in Virginia. And me and Crump and some others were like, bro, let's do it up. Let's get the printers running and let's just tear it up. And we ended up not doing it. I forgot why, reasons. But I still have that like within me. Like I still, want to do something, you know what I mean? But now maybe not as ballsy as what you did. But, I commend you.
Listen, man. I understand not liking the government. I totally feel that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna let bygones be bygones. It's all good. We settled that chapter of our history. It's all good. All right.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, no, I totally feel you, man. I'm kind of
technically,
hyped to do the next one. I'm kind of hyped to do the next one, as long as it's not in New York, because I'm pretty sure I'm a wanted man in New York.
it would be a good idea to not get back ever. Like one day you're gonna be like, you know what? I really want to see the Empire State Building.
No, it's all good. I'm totally fine, man.
Yeah.
I can see it from the plane. I'm gonna be flying over New York. It's all good, bro.
Yeah. Just zoom right past it.
Yeah. I don't want to set foot in anywhere near New York State ever again if I can avoid it, because I'm pretty sure they don't want me to set foot in New York.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
Yeah, man.
Now going back to that moment when you were probably sweating bullets, freaking out, they tried to kind of cheat you, right? They told you they were going to give you less. What did the flyer say?
The flyer said it was $250 for assault weapons, whatever that means. But if the assault weapon wasn't serialized, you got an extra $100 on top of that. So $350 per, right?
Okay.
And so at first the matter was, well, our limit is 21,000. And I said, okay, so I'm only giving you the Sears, because I'm not going to give you anything else if you're not going to pay full price for it, just on principle, right? Because you promised me this amount of money, and they were like, no, it doesn't work that way. And I was like, okay, whatever, I don't care. You want the Boogles, right? So I'm going to give you the Boogles, but you got to give it to me for full price, which is $21,000. And so they were hemming and hawing about how they were going to get me the money, because they knew they didn't have enough gift cards. And so they were like, well, we could maybe write you a check or mail you a check. And I said, okay, I don't mind that at all. How do we do that? He's like, oh, you'd have to come to the office, but you would have to give us your legal name. And I said, why? He said, because we can't write them out to cash. And I said, oh, okay. Well, okay, fine. I will give you my legal name if you extend amnesty from here to the office, right?
Oh.
And he looked at me like he wasn't expecting me to say that. Like he thought I was going to be like super skittish about it.
Yeah.
He's like, well, and then the conversation shifted to mailing me a check. And I was like, I'm willing to give you my address, but if I'm handing you the Sears today, I need something in writing that tells me that you promise with your letterhead and your signature on it that says, I agree to send X amount of money to this address for this reason on this date, whatever, right? Because I need to be able to hold that up in court and say, hey, you promised me money. And he's like, well, I can give you my business card and my email. And I said, no, homeboy. That's not how it works. In writing, letterhead, signature. And then Colin pipes up from the back, get it notarized. Yeah, I want a notary too. Give me a notary. Colin was on the beat for that one, man. It was funny. And he's like, well, let me see what I can do. So you want it in writing? I said, I want it in writing if you want the Sears today. It's like, okay, well, the problem is, my office at the station isn't open right now. And I said, what do you mean it's not open? It's a police station. You guys don't have office hours.
When do you close?
When do you close, right? He's like, oh, well, it's because, that's where my printer is. And so you're telling me in the entire Utica Police Department station, there's not one printer.
Dude, they were trying to set your ass up.
I have to get permission. And I was like, okay, go get permission. Who do you have to talk to? Oh, I got to talk to Albany. And then I said, call Albany. I don't care. I'm willing to work with you on it. Dude, I told him straight up, I don't care how you get me the money. Gift cards, cash, check, fucking Bitcoin. I don't care. Yeah. And the guys heard, the other guys that were with it, by the way, he's surrounding me with 5 other big buff cops who all have guns on their hips and badges and shit. And they all start laughing when I say Bitcoin. And I was like, no, seriously. Like, I'll take Bitcoin, Monero, whatever, man. Like, I'll take it. But I want my money if I'm giving you the Sears. Right? And so there was hemming and hawing about that. Several hours later, 2 or 3 conversations later, the conversation is the amount of money. He's like, well, I could write you a check in Utica, but we have a maximum limit of $15,000. And I said, why do you have a limit? He's like, oh, because any more than that, and I have to get permission from Albany. And the Albany office I said, where's Albany? We'll drive right now. I don't care. I'm already here.
Yeah.
Right? You're extending amnesty. I don't give a shit, man. And he's like, well, I'd have to call and they're closed. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Likely story, they're closed. You know what, man? I'll just take the gift cards. It's fine. I will wait here as long as you need me to. He's like, yeah, well, okay. And then when they went to go out and get the gift cards the first time, they came back empty-handed after an hour. Because
completely empty-handed?
The first time, yeah, because it turns out if you try to move more than $10,000 from one bank account in one movement, that's like a problem. The IRS doesn't like that.
Yeah.
And so they're getting red flags for audits left and right because all of these officers are trying to buy all of these gift cards all at once. And they're being asked for social security numbers and tax IDs and all of this other weird stuff.
Oh my!
He's there on the phone trying to figure it out with the budget lady. Like it was the whole shebang, man. And suddenly they don't need because he looks at me right while he's on the phone, and he's like, "Well, I mean, we could cut him the check now." And he looks at me, but it would have to be for the $15,000. And he looks at me. Let me see what I can do. And he sort of puts the call on hold. So about that check, and I said, it's $21,000 or nothing, dude. I'm not handing you this year's otherwise.
Damn.
All right, yeah. Just see if you guys can do it without the social security numbers. Okay, bye. And he hangs up, and we just sit there in silence for 10 minutes while we wait for him to get that call back. And the lady from you can do it without the okay, all right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Like they were trying every strategy in the book to get me to buckle for less than $21,000, and I was not budgeting.
Dude, what about? I mean, do they not realize that, like, in reality, albeit disposable,
right?
They're getting 60 machine guns off the street. That's what they say is.
I mean, you'd think that they'd be excited about that. Given that the ATF considers that tiny little piece of plastic to be so harmful and so deadly and such a threat to the public, you'd think that the cops would have offered me more money.
I know. I mean, I would have thought that they would have been sitting there.
They should have been waiting on me on their hands and feet, fucking offering me mimosas and charcuterie, trying to make me as comfortable as they're about to get 60 machine guns off the street, man. That is the haul of a lifetime. You don't get that shit from drug cartels.
Yeah, like there is no better publicity for little shitheads like that. I would have thought they would have made you a plaque, taking a picture, like shaking your hand.
Really,
like
the key to the city, man. Like, come on.
Ribbon
Where's
cutting.
The pomp and circumstance? Where's the fanfare? I'm walking around that parking lot like John Travolta. Like, what's going on? Like, it's hilarious.
It's very, very government though for them to be like
very
21. How about 15?
Yeah, let's cut a deal. And I was like, no, you promised this amount. It's on the flyer, plain English.
Yeah.
And they couldn't weasel their way out. They had no leverage. There was no fine print. There were no amendments. There were no addendums. There was nothing.
No fine print at all.
No fine print. I scanned that document in every single news station that published anything about it. I stalked the AG's Twitter page for 3 weeks to make sure none of the rules changed.
Damn.
I was scared shitless for the first 3 weeks that I was going to print all this shit. The rules were going to change last minute. And I was checking the rules on the way there. Like,
damn.
They gave us 3 weeks warning. And they didn't think it through. This is Letitia James's worst nightmare.
Dude,
there you go. That's why they can't get them. That's why they can't get them off the cartels.
Yeah,
because they're actually like issued.
They're literally they're
already accounted for. We don't need them.
Yeah, government issued, and apparently they're tracking them. That's what.
Sure. Yeah, you're definitely tracking the serial number through the Mexican jungle, man. 100%.
Yeah, and I mean, it is proven that serial numbers prevent death and prevent crime when dealing with firearms.
I heard of this woman in Chicago who was walking down the alley where her apartment door was at, and she got stopped by this guy, and he was like mugging her. It's like, hey, hand over he's got a gun in his hand, right? He's hand over the money, hand over your purse. And then the gun went, oh, hey, buddy, wait, I don't have a serial number. You can't do that. And he's like, oh, damn. Okay, see you later.
It went click when he was supposed to go bang. Nothing happened. And
nothing happened. Yeah.
He was a changed man after that.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Well,
Like,
and most of these
how does
ghost
this
guns,
affect criminals at all?
not at all.
Not at
Dude,
all.
most of these ghost guns that they're reporting to get off of the street, I mean, this has been confirmed. They're taking instances where like guns that have defaced serial numbers are being documented as ghost guns, and
Whoa.
there was a really famous situation where there was a man shot in the head by police at a
Yeah.
Walmart. Did you hear about that incident?
I don't think so.
So there was a man that was at a Walmart with his wife. They were stealing. They were known to be thieves,
Yeah.
allegedly, and had been there several times stealing, allegedly. And the Walmart workers called the police and said, "Look, this guy has been trespassed. He's not allowed to be here." Right? So they grabbed him. At first, they were just like, "Hey, come on, you got to leave, man. Get out of here. Leave the cart. You got to go." And he started giving them shit. So then they were like, "All right, well, do we need to pat you down?" So they start patting him down, and the dude starts to struggle with them. And then he goes for a gun, starts to pull out a gun, and the police officer draws his handgun. A civilian jumps in. This is the weirdest thing. The police officer, the guy got the gun out, but the police officer grabbed his one arm while the other police officer shot him in the head, lights out.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the civilian was like, "Nice!" on camera. Right after the cop shot the dude. He was like, "Nice!" He said it like 3 times. It was the creepiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's, man.
Really disturbing.
I've heard of bootlicking. This guy's got the boot in his mouth. Like,
dude,
it's down his
ends.
throat, dog. Like, what?
Yeah, the heel out of his mouth and the.
I know,
the
man.
out of
Like,
that.
he's oh.
But get this. You know what kind of gun he had in his waistband? A polymer 80.
What?
But of course, what they said is this guy had a ghost gun and he was a felon in possession and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It was a serialized P80. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
So what are the fucking
you
odds?
outlawed the polymer 80, and you said, no, you have to have a serial number on it because that's how we prevent crime, and then it couldn't prevent the crime.
Of course
not.
Oh
my God.
And
who would have thunk it, guys? Government doesn't work.
No, and they shot the guy in the fucking head in the middle of Walmart. Like everyone is there, like like Macaulay Culkin screaming, and like it was anyway. They said it was a ghost gun. It was a polymer 80 that had the serial numbers defaced, and they said it was a ghost gun.
So not only did it not work, but the guy circumvented your fucking law. So now you don't even know what the gun is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Through all this, the lesson that we learn here is that criminals
are criminals and they don't follow the law.
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys. This is the discovery of a millennia.
Yeah. It's the most bizarre thing that criminals break the law.
They don't respect the authority of the fucking government.
I know. Look at that. It's crazy. It's similar to, the stories of all these mass forever sleep events where people defeat these gun-free zones by walking
in with a gun. Wow. You've told everyone who cares that they're not allowed to have a gun? Well, thank goodness we have real patriots. Yeah, clean up on Island 1. That's fucked up. Wait a minute. That's fucked up.
Crim's gonna crim.
I know, right? Was that one, the hero, the actual hero, who was at a shopping mall that was a gun-free zone and had his gun on him anyway, and he shot a would-be mass shooter from like 40 yards. He was like from across a food court, and he stopped him dead in his tracks.
Yeah, the one at the mall?
Yes.
Yeah,
I forget his name.
Eli.
An actual hero, man. An actual American hero. That guy, nobody died. I think 2 people were shot and injured.
3 people did die.
Oh, really?
This honestly, the part that kind of is sad. I don't know if you listen to hip hop at all.
Oh yeah, of course.
So there's an old DMX song. It's old. I'm an old head.
You're good.
He makes a reference to basically saying a dude died with his gun in the holster, right? And when I was
Right.
growing up and I always heard that, I didn't understand like the depth of like what that would mean, like for you as a person that is like, programmed for self-preservation, how sad of an event it would be if you died getting shot with your gun in your holster, right?
Right.
But in this situation, one of the three guys or one of the three people that got killed was armed. That's like so fucking tragic. And
I
there's
mean,
another
that's the
situation.
nature of like the mind of a criminal, man. Like,
Yeah,
but imagine if the criminal had walked in, if the motherfucker had walked in, knowing that 3 out of every 4 people he's going to bump into was armed.
yeah.
He would have done it.
Yeah.
The only reason he did it is because he thought he would get away with it. Thank God
Yeah.
there was somebody who actually understands,
Yeah.
what the world is like after people, it's fucking ridiculous. It was in Indiana. That's the one.
Yeah. Eli Whitting, I think Whitting.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What a hero, man. What a hero.
Yeah, dude. And he advanced on the dude.
He ran towards the guy.
Yeah. Dude,
shot him at 40 yards. It's insane.
there was another situation. What's up, Angry Sarge, by the way? He's a homie. Angry
What's
Sarge.
up, man?
Dirt McGirt, what up? What up? And also one of our regulars here by the name of Gert Shop. He really loves when guests like say hello to him by name. Would you?
Yeah. Well, I can't read the chat, unfortunately, as it's coming in because it's kind of far from where I'm sitting.
That's all right.
The setup is kind of prohibitive, but I can see them when they're down here on the overlay.
Here you go.
Yeah, see the Gert Shop. There you go. What's up, brother?
See, look at that. Look at that, man. You're important.
Yeah, man.
So there's another instance actually was also at Walmart where a lot of these guys that carry a gun kind of have that like oh my god, like it's my chance to use it kind of thing, right?
Right.
And almost kind of like they're eager. And there was
no, man. You should you carry it hoping you never have to use it.
Yeah. I mean that's the point. I think a lot of people, especially kind of some people like even like YouTubers and movies and all this shit, they kind of sensationalize firearms. Look, I love guns. Like I love them.
Yeah.
I build them. I even print them sometimes.
They're fun to shoot, man. Like they're cool things, but they're not toys.
Yeah.
Like you have to treat them with respect and carrying, which is something that I don't often do just because my gun's too big. My 19 into my hip.
Sorry.
Sorry, Elijah Dickin. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a burden. It's a responsibility that you take on, and you say, no, I'm here to protect my fellow man. It's not something you should take lightly. It's not something you should be eager to do. You carry it hoping you never have to use it.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And I think, it being sensationalized is a negative thing at times. And this guy was just shopping in Walmart.
Yeah.
And, when it's easy to get horse blinders on when you're like, here's my chance,
Right.
Rocky music playing, and he saw a would-be mass tragic event about to start, and he drew his handgun and he tracked the guy down, and I believe he shot him, but he didn't know that it was a husband and wife. Wife comes literally right behind him. Pow! Done. Right? Because he wasn't. And look, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead. So if anybody,
no, of course not.
Him or the situation, I'm just sharing what happened. I mean, like you gotta be,
situational awareness.
Yeah, situational awareness.
The site is not cold until it's cold.
Yeah.
Like assume there are threats everywhere. Be ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost like if you're at a Utica buyback surrounded by police.
Okay.
maybe not like that, right?
I don't want to make it sound like my situation is anywhere near as dire. My
wow. Okay. So DLD After Dark, the guy that did not get to use his gun was the first one shot. He was heading to the bathroom and ran right into him. Oh, dang.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Active Self-Protection did do a video on that one, and it was kind of sad. Tech Money, my package came today. I want to show you all some cool stuff in a little
Oh
bit.
shit.
May even have a little bit of a giveaway, maybe.
Oh, giveaway. Y'all better get ready.
Yeah. But so now back to much lighter discussions. So you you printed how many rolls of filament did you use?
2 3/4.
Okay, so under 3 rolls of filament, and did you have any money into hardware or anything else? Okay, so you're talking less than $60 into this investment.
Less than that. Less than $30.
Less
Because
than $30.
2 of the rolls I already had.
Okay, and you grossed $21,000. So
We did the math in the Twitter thread, and it's just an insane number.
yeah,
It's
so
an insane
you're 20,900.
yeah, basically. You know, because the 3D printer was also a gift, so I didn't
Oh
even
my
pay for
God.
that.
Oh my God. Okay.
No, it was the perfect storm. I'm telling you. I don't think we're ever going to see a buyback like this again, unless
Well,
somebody.
I think that so I kind of think like soldiers of God like you guys. I honestly think that this could be the end of gun buybacks if they're like, look, we are doing these because we're saying that these ghost guns or whatever are
Right.
so much of a problem. They're so deadly. They're so this and that, whatever. But we have to keep turning away ghost guns. What they are claiming federally, so on a national level, to be ghost guns, they're going to have to start turning away. Which what kind of precedent does that set? Not a legal one, unfortunately.
I mean,
but
it puts them. Sorry, phone again. It puts them between a rock and a hard place in this really weird double bind. Where they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. If they do accept the ghost guns, they're going to have to do it at top dollar, and they're going to lose face doing it, right? Because in reality, it's a bunch of plastic garbage. Most of these don't shoot. Nothing that I turned in was functional. I mean, it'll fire once, and then I can't guarantee the safety of your firearm or your body after that. Yeah, like I'm not boasting reliability or safety. I'm boasting functionality. It will work once. But this idea that either they have to take them at top dollar and admit that they're a huge threat to public safety and lose face because it is truly a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
Or not take them and tacitly admit that they're not a public safety concern.
Yeah.
And admit defeat in the battle, which they would lose a shit ton of face for, because of course the government hates admitting that it's wrong.
Yeah,
the politicians and all of these appointed bureaucrats, these moral busybodies, hate admitting when they're wrong. That's the one thing they can't do, is admit their mistakes.
The number one thing. Yep.
Yeah.
So some folks are asking about.
Tell them about the infill. 10% infill, buddy. 10% infill.
That is.
It is plastic garbage. You can crush it in your hand. I actually had frames cracking while handling them in the bags.
What?
I had a frame that was starting to melt because it was so hot. I had to put it in the shade.
Oh my God. I mean, you remove supports and shit though, right?
A minimal supports.
Oh my God.
Supports only when necessary.
That is crazy. And I mean, you did that for a couple of reasons. One, I imagine, principle, and 2, speed.
Yeah, time was the big one. If I had done full supports for everything, I would have never finished.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it is. Good point. Catch 22. Damned if they do, damned if they don't. Yep. And it was PLA plus.
Yeah, PLA plus, and I think two of them were PLA, and one of them was PLA plus.
Okay.
And I had some silk PLA that I was ready to use in case the other stuff didn't work. But I knew that it wasn't good. It was going to look very pretty, but it wasn't going to.
Yeah, well. That's the beauty of silk and the terrible thing of silk. Yeah. But I would have paid to see so I'm not sure. Are you familiar with what is it? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on what it's called. It's the testing center for ATF. It's a terrible acronym.
I'm not familiar with it at all.
It's like balls or some shit like that. Oh, Fat D. Fat D. It is literally called Fat D.
Yes, Fat D. Yes.
So I'm like having this vision of like an ATF fucking agent at the Fat D. Like,
dropping in one of these fucking
we're gonna test one of these fucking
all right, and then bam. What the fuck? Now it's full of plastic, and he has to individually pull out all of the little plastic shards and clean the gun after every test. Oh my god!
Please, like all it did was explode inside my lower receiver. Ceramic, eSun, Protopasta, HTPLA, Atomic Extreme Impact, only 3 colors.
I'll look into that.
Damn, yeah, that may have been a side conversation.
I don't do a lot of function.
Come on, PLA. Any suggestions of what PLA Plus I need to order? Yep, sorry. Okay, my apologies.
No, you're good.
Yeah, so I'm just having these like vivid like visions of some Fat D asshole like taking this win back, and we're gonna test it out on camera.
Exactly.
You know,
it's the adding the insult to the injury. I think the thing I'm most happy about was that sense of satisfaction, knowing that I just handed them over a bunch of garbage and they paid 21 grand for it.
That's crazy.
It's just it's chef's kiss. Like, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling.
So prior to this, like balls or something. I know it's Fat D. It's Fat D. So prior to this, when was the last time you held $21,000 in your hands?
Never, not once.
So this is first time. It's a big deal.
I was working as an Amazon delivery guy.
No shit.
The day that I went up was my day off.
What? And did you quit after that?
Yes.
Damn.
I don't want to work for Amazon, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know. They may have good job, good benefits, you know.
No. I mean, it's got its pros and cons, but I was working there because I had to, not because I wanted to. And the moment that I didn't have to, to be fair, I stayed for another week and a half. There was one day that my route was particularly bad, and so I looked at my manager and I said, "Could a UPS? Fuck that, dude. UPS is so much worse.
They don't even have air conditioning.
They don't have air conditioning. We were running around in like Sprinter vans. Mm-hmm. UPS guys were running around in those step vans with no air conditioning.
Dude, they're so brutal. Like,
and they handle so much more than we do. So much.
Oh more. Yeah, non-conveyables. You're moving.
Yeah, just it's insane. Hazardous materials, things all shapes and sizes, all kinds of weights. Right. But I looked at my manager and I said, "Change my route," and he said, "Why? Why am I changing your route?" I said, "Because if you don't, I'm walking." And I had been wanting to say that for months, and I couldn't. That was the one moment where I was like, I don't have to be here anymore. I'm set for another 6 months.
Damn. How did that feel?
It felt so liberating. Being able to just say, fuck all of this, man. I'm good for right now. I don't have to do this.
Damn. There's something that is so fucking powerful about doing what you want to do versus doing what you have to do. Like choosing a path, choosing to do something. That's crazy.
No, it's been an amazing couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing couple of weeks. I bought some new guns and I've been going out to the range, and I realized how much I liked shooting. I hadn't gotten to shoot in so long because I couldn't afford the ammo. Yeah. And now I get to go out and enjoy myself and do something I actually really, really enjoy, and something that I'm passionate about. So I'm jealous of guys like you and Crumb and Out of Battery who you guys do this shit for a living. It's awesome. You shoot guns and you sell guns and you do gun-related content all day and night, and you do it for a living, which is the coolest part.
I'm not quite there yet. You know.
Okay, well. It's okay. I mean, a million subs like next week. It'll be fun.
Yeah, right. Especially after having you on, everyone.
No.
I mean, I did. So I did. I mean, a lot of what I do is kind of side hustles, like just to support the channel.
Yeah.
Starting the company selling jigs. I think it's going to be short-lived because I do believe eventually that the 80%, the separation of the 80% frame and the jig likely won't last forever, right? So
right.
it's good.
Well, if the Bruin case is anything to look at, I really think that you might want to hold on for it for a little longer, because it doesn't seem like anything can stand up to Thomas's tests, and hopefully 80% will come back off that list.
Yeah,
and we won't have to worry about it anymore.
And then I'll just fucking sell full kits on that bitch.
There you go.
You know. But
hopefully we can get the NFA and the GCA out with it.
Yeah, I know, dude. That's fingers crossed. That's man. So when I was younger, I bought some items with tax stamps and shit like that. And if I could one day just rip up those tax stamps and say fuck it, like I would be so thrilled.
It would be the most liberating thing, I think.
Yeah, that's incredible.
But I've always looked up to people like you and other gun tubers, like, you know, Brandon Herrera and Iraq veteran and all these guys who've been doing, you know, fighting the good fight and doing what they're passionate about, what they love. It must be super cool, man.
Hell yeah, man. You know what? I will, because we don't know what's going to go on with IV-88 and stuff.
Yeah.
I will at least get you on the phone with Iraq veteran, with Eric, or maybe Brandon if he answers.
Oh, shit.
Or
it's not necessary, man. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I think it's dope, and they would love to hear from somebody that's actually like. I mean, honestly, like all jokes aside, what you're doing is activism for, you know, our rights, for our God-given rights, you know, and that's. I think a lot of times, you know, you hear everyone in the community say, you know, it's for the Second Amendment. It's for the Second Amendment. Yeah, but
it's for the culture. It's for the whole kitchen sink, man.
Yeah, and it's like either you believe in God or the universe or, you know, science or whatever.
Right.
Like God gave that to us. The universe gave that to us.
Those are inherent human rights that we have. These are birthrights.
Bingo.
This is not something that's given to us by the government. It's not something that we all agree that we have. No. This is something that we recognize is inherent to being human. Gun rights are human rights. It extends to everyone. You know, not just us and cool people or the people that we like. It extends to everyone.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I, as a minority, that's something that resonates very deeply with me. You know, my parents immigrated here from Latin America in the 90s. You know, This country gave them everything. This country gave me everything. You know, how could I give it up just like that? No, I'm going to defend it. I'm going to fight for it.
I mean, I would say everyone, though,
you know,
I would guess that. So not to take it away, because I believe what you're saying is very true, but also I'm going to guess that your parents are really good, hardworking people as well.
100%.
You know, like. So I think one of the most beautiful things about the country that we're in, even though our country is fucked in a lot of ways, I think one of the most beautiful things is that it is equal opportunity for the most part, not equal outcome. And you know, we got to put in the time, the energy, the work, if it's an investment for business or whatever it is, like, if you
get out of it what you put into it. You know?
Exactly.
You're the master of your own destiny. You have this wonderful opportunity that everybody else has at the beginning, and you can make what you want of it. I think that's the magical thing about the way that our country is set up. You know, we're a melting pot. Everybody comes together and throws stuff in, and we get so much more out of it than we put in.
Yeah.
But you got to put in the work. You got to be a part of it.
Hell yeah.
You can't just sit there and expect people to give you shit for free. You know.
Yeah. The gun is the sword for so many. That's very true, Farmer James. Very true.
The great equalizer.
Yep. Now, speaking of some of those human rights you were exercising, what are some of the purchases that you made?
Well, I bought this spiffy new VR headset. I got to upgrade my system a little bit.
Oh yeah, tell everybody, because I'm sure people are coming in here.
For those of you who don't know, I'm currently streaming through a virtual camera from inside VR Chat, which is a very popular VR platform. It's a game. It's a social media sort of weird game hybrid thing. So I've got a headset on right now, and I'm holding controllers, which is why my fingers aren't articulating super well. And that's why my hair can be dyed all of these wacky. Here, let me see if I can.
Yeah,
All
he
these wacky,
changed.
cool colors. Let me see if I can.
Yeah,
There we go. All of these cool, wacky neon colors.
that's awesome.
But I mean, I bought this, and then I bought a long gun, a Savage Axis in 270 Winchester,
Nice.
which it's fun, but oh my god, does it hurt to shoot after a while? It really kicks. I'm not used to big calibers, so definitely the step up was interesting.
270 is a motherfucker of a cartridge, dude. It
I've
is.
been told it's one of the most flexible cartridges you can buy. It can
Yeah,
do just about everything good, and
yeah.
I thought that
270.
was really helpful, as you know, not just for target shooting, but you know, if I want to later translate that into hunting or sport shooting or something, I've got now something to work on the accuracy. And then I bought my ATI Omni Hybrid in 5.56, my wonderful little AR with my Sig Romeo sight on it, and the laser light and the BSR, the grip. I felt, man, that gun is so badass. I love it.
Actually, this is an excellent point. Buy
Buy
land, buy property, buy. It may
I've
seem
considered it.
so stupid or trivial right now. I mean, just from an investment standpoint,
Yeah.
you're never going to be, upset that you.
No,
purchased.
you know, the thing is the money it's locked in the gift cards.
Yeah.
So unless you know anybody who's selling land that takes individual $500 gift cards as payment.
Well, so funny thing, I put some thought into it, and I believe that there is a way that you can buy some burner like gift like the gift card like credit card,
Uh-huh.
and then you can transfer them over. I think you can actually move all of it
The
to.
problem is the limit on the reloadable debit card. I have looked into that.
Okay,
Some of the cards may work, but most of them won't.
really?
The way that they're set up, since they are gift cards, it's very difficult to get the money out.
What if? Hmm, damn. Yeah, there's got to be some way.
We have a method going.
Okay.
And I don't know who mentioned it, if it was you or it was Crump, about raffling them off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, you guys think this seems pretty funny.
There are companies that actually buy them, and of course, you can also raffle them off. Like when we were talking about buying ammo, I was like, "Hold on, you got some 223 that you bought
Yeah, I
with
remember
fucking
that.
Fed money?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'll buy that shit. Give me that shit. I'll buy that.
Yeah, I'll do you one better. We'll put the cards up for auction, and if you guys want to buy them, that's totally cool, man. You have a little piece of anti-government memorabilia.
Dude, that would be beautiful. Because even once you spend the money, you get to keep the card and remember.
I know, right? Like it's and the satisfaction of buying something with money, with Fed money, like Fed money that was taken. I wish I had. You can have all the empty ones. You can have all the empty ones for that. Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know
Yeah, there are companies though that actually purchase them at like a discounted.
Yeah, so we looked into that, and the method we're using has there's less like fees involved.
Nice.
So we can actually move more of the money at a time. It's just taking a long while because of it's PayPal bullshit.
Gotcha.
You know how they are about moving large amounts of money all of a sudden.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
We're trying, but it's a long process.
Yeah, there's a couple things you could probably do. We should chat after the stream. We could chat offline for
sure.
You have to frame the card and the receipt of ammo together. Excellent.
Oh my god, I should have kept the receipt.
Oh man.
I bought 2 batches of ammo now. The batch that I bought for this weekend, I bought the other day. I think I might still have the receipt here somewhere.
Oh, dude, that would be.
I spent like $300 to get ammo for everything.
Now, even like depending on what happens,
right?
Because we may not go.
No, it's fine, man.
Can I still get that Fed purchased 223?
I'll trade. You know what? I'll trade you for brass, because what it is, it's a bunch of Tula like dirty bullshit. I don't want it.
I'll take it because my Sig and my AK and 5.56 will.
I'll trade you 1-to-1 for brass. You don't have to. About anything
Yeah,
else.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I got a bunch of like standard like ARs and shit like that, but I
Yeah.
also I got some really weird 5.56 guns. Like one of my like favorite guns that it's just way too heavy for a short little guy. It's
Yeah.
a 10.5 inch short barrel rifle. It's a Sig Sauer 5.56 with the piston system.
Oh,
It kind
nice.
of it charges like an AK, but it folds up like almost as fucking small as an MP5. But it
That's
takes standard
wild.
AR mags, and it eats steel like a motherfucker, man. It's so dope. It's so dope.
That's crazy. Dude, we got to go shooting one of these days. You got to show me how that thing works.
Oh hell yeah, man! You'll love it. Put the suppressor on that bitch, and
Woo! He
run a
got the
bunch of rounds
can,
through it.
bro.
Of
What?
course, everything that we'll be shooting for. So we got 71 people in here now. So there's probably
Whoa.
7 feds in here.
By weight, it's usually about that much.
Yeah, just based off general math.
Yeah.
So for the feds out there, we'll only be shooting legal firearms, of course.
Of course, of course.
I
I don't
also
have any
have,
illegal firearms. Not at all.
yeah, never, only in Utica.
Yeah, all of my illegal firearms were given to the cops, guys. Remember that, please.
Yeah, he's surrendered all of them.
They've been surrendered.
Yeah. I have another really oddball, well, kind of oddball. Some people say it's a bastardization of the AK, but it's a crink off, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But it is a 8.3 inch 5.56. It's an Arsenal SLR 106 UR SBR. So it's
What?
a short barreled rifle, but it's a crink, but it's in 5.56 instead of the standard like 5.45. Oh my god, I forgot to bring the zoom down. Okay, so SLR 106 UR SBR.
I don't think I'm familiar with this. I'm familiar with crank and what they look like usually.
So here's some pictures. Screen share. Okay, so it looks like a standard crank.
Let me see.
But it
has
see-through magazines, and you can actually like see the brass in there.
Right.
Let's see if I can. You can't really tell. Some of these are black mags too.
They've got such a weird like silhouette, man. I've never like the gas block is so weird.
This one is a super weird one. The actual crank is it's a front sight block and a gas block combination.
Such a strange design.
Yeah, it's really, really nuts because the other cool thing is like if you are like in the field and need to open up your AK, like you got to take off the dust cover and set it down and go to work, taking all the shit out. This is hinged. So when you pop the dust cover, it opens up
just
like
pulls
that.
off.
Yeah, so it's just
wild.
It's chilling.
Like any AR, you just pull the one pin out and it pivots.
Bingo.
And you can easily. Oh, that's interesting.
So that's
okay. So maybe there's some benefit to the design.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely want a gun that does that because I know how AK disassembly is fucking involved. Like, there's a lot of small parts.
Yeah, yeah. Once you kind of do it a bunch, it's a little easier. But
yeah,
this is the other one. This is the Sig SBR.
Whoa.
It's kind of goofy looking. The original one, like the one you'll see.
That was in a video game. That was in Black Ops 2. I remember that.
Yep.
The one, that was my gun, bro. I love that.
The one that you'll see. So this is like almost the exact one that I have.
Yeah.
Almost. The one that you'll see mostly in like actually. Damn, this is the one with the stock that I want. This is the original Swiss stock. It's fucking beautiful. But the one that you'll see in like mostly in let's see, I think it's a 5.52 or 5.51. This
What the?
So it's like a gray. I mean, though this was a remarkable firearm, the people that designed this thought it was a good idea to use a screw for the front pin instead of a pin that just punches out.
Right.
So
because we definitely want to be carrying screwdrivers out into the field.
Yeah, I mean, while you're out, you know,
Right,
engaging
right.
in
Just throw it in a pouch.
windows.
No worries. It's not
Yeah,
like it's
just
another
use
thing I have to
screwdriver.
deal with.
Now, sorry, I get sidetracked easily.
No, you're fine.
So, what are some other things that like people haven't asked you, or something that like you want to share about like what happened, or
I mean, did I mention the steak I got afterwards? It was a big steak.
oh yeah, that's right, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, we
I've
went to
heard it.
Texas Roadhouse right after it. I got a big fucking steak, man.
Hell yeah! What kind of steak did you get?
I think it was a ribeye.
Nice. How
Uh,
big?
I was checking by ounces, not by cuts.
Yeah, just the biggest steak possible.
Just give me the biggest thing on the menu, man. I didn't even give a shit. It was good. It was very good
Now,
steak.
did you like crush the whole thing?
Oh yeah, dude. Crushed the whole thing with fries and a salad. I was like, I was starving. I hadn't eaten anything all day. The only meal I had was at 2 a.m. that day when I left my house. When I was
Damn.
getting gas, I stopped for a burrito, and that was the only thing I'd eaten all day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, so you literally sat there for an entire business day while these fucking cops were running around trying to figure out how the fuck to move $21,000.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
It was so
And
funny. The lady from the budget came over, from the budget department, and you know when she had the cards in hand and she was talking to the chief, and she was like, yeah, you know we had to mobilize. You know, sorry it took us so long. We had to call a bunch of off-duty officers and we had to mobilize them, and you know we had to call in that one guy from his family picnic. And I looked her dead in the eye. I said, good. I'm happy you did. Thank you so much. And
wow.
she shot knives at me with her eyes, man. She gave me the most angry, just pissed off look that I think I've seen any cop ever give me.
Now, did the ATF come there
No,
after
I
all
never
this?
saw any feds. If there were
Wow.
feds there, they were in plain clothes and did not identify themselves to me.
And did you have to at any point give your identity to them?
No, but they knew I was from out of state because my car had the inspection sticker on it.
So they
And
definitely saw
I
it
would
was-
be very shocked if they didn't get my license plate.
Hmm.
I
Damn.
would be very shocked. So I am 100% sure they know who I am, but I'm also 100%, I'm like 99% sure that they can't do anything about it.
Damn. That's fucking crazy, dude. I am hoping that they do the right thing and treat it with the amnesty that they fucking promised.
That's the hope, because if they don't, they've burned gun buybacks forever.
Yeah.
Because if I can get arrested for this, everyone can get arrested for this.
Well, and I'll tell you that if something does happen, and knock on wood, all that shit,
It's digital wood, but it counts, guys.
it does count. I also knocked on actual wood. But I will tell you, it like when CRS Firearms got arrested, we raised $150,000 for them.
Jesus.
And when the auto keycard guy got arrested, there was $55,000 raised for him. When JSD got served with, our thing is if somebody is wrongfully arrested, especially by the ATF, we will fucking all assemble and we will all raise money to help for the cause. So if, even though knock on wood and all that,
yeah, for sure.
if God
no,
forbid
I don't. I honestly don't think anything's gonna happen. But I really, really appreciate that. You have no idea how secure, sure that makes me feel.
Fuck yeah, man, we got your back.
So if I'm not on a dozen watch lists right now, man,
I think you've earned your way to the watch.
Have I? Do I get the fast pass now into the GunTuber community?
Yeah, I think they're gonna find a way to
Oh my God.
to get you in there.
Great. Now I got to start a vlog.
You know what though? You fucking earned it, and I think what you did took some brass balls. It was incredibly smart and remarkably stupid at the same time. Although I do commend you for it, man.
Thank you, man. You know, you have no idea how much that means to me.
Hell yeah, man. I think if we all had balls like this, I mean, you think about like, you know, in the founding of our country, like when we made the decision when when we made the decision to fight back against tyranny, it was over much smaller things, you
It was
know,
over.
and
It was over a tax, man.
yeah,
That's all it was.
yeah, 2% tax.
Or 2% tax on paper products.
Well, and
And the tea. And the tea.
yeah, enmity, and also the whole surrender your guns thing.
And the
That
whole we don't have a voice in Congress or Parliament rather thing.
yeah, that didn't go so well for them. So
You know, that's politics. We're
yeah,
going through so much more right now as a country.
oh yeah,
We have so many more problems. They're so much more serious. I mean, we're
yeah,
talking international conspiracies with foreign governments. We have a war in Europe.
hmm,
We have these political divisions over basically nothing.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's over everything. Like it's permeated every little aspect of our culture.
yeah. And that's why,
Um,
like, I always say, like, the whole right and the left thing is a fucking, it's an act. It's a distraction, and it's, you know, something that they're just using as a tool to divide us. And you see how much this is dividing. So like, we're no longer like brothers and sisters, and we care about each other, and like,
yeah, we're Democrats and Republicans. We're enemies and adversaries and opponents. We're not a cohesive country anymore. We don't have
yeah,
that civic identity that we all coalesce around.
yeah,
And you're absolutely right. It's not about left or right or Democrat or Republican or right or wrong. It's about freedom versus tyranny, right? Liberty versus
yeah,
oppression. Are we
yeah,
going to allow these unelected, bureaucrats, these moral busybodies, tell us how we have to live our daily lives? No.
fuck that.
This is America, where we tell the government what to do, not the other way around.
Yeah,
The government works for us, not the other way around. We pay their salaries, not the other way around.
yeah.
You know?
I think it's all of that has gotten confused over the past 100+ years, and we've allowed so much more. What's up, Sport Brand? Good to see you, brother. We've allowed so much more that would typically be so far past the boundaries. Like, you know, I brought this up before, that like, if we, you know, just could sit down in a room for a day and actually resurrect the founding fucking fathers of the
Oh my
country,
god.
and if
I
we could
think I
say,
think they'd shoot themselves.
I
They
mean,
wouldn't want to be here doing this shit, man.
if we could say for a day, for
For a
just
day.
one day, evaluate the state of our country, you know, go interview our you know, current president, go, you know, just look at what's going on and give us like a status report and an action plan and what you guys would do. What the fuck do you think they would say? They'd be like, y'all
I
are
don't
some
think it would matter.
bitches.
George Washington did this on his way out of the White House. He told them exactly that, and they didn't listen.
Yeah,
I don't think it would matter. I think George Washington and Ben Franklin and Hamilton and all of these like important figures. God, if I could get Thomas Jefferson to take one look at this,
oh
you
yeah,
know, and they
yeah,
would take one look at it and say, "We told you so."
yep. A republic, if you can keep it.
If you can keep it, the
Yep,
price of freedom is eternal vigilance.
yep. God, it's so crazy,
And we
man.
slipped, man. And we slipped.
Yeah. And this cycle of, you know, the you know, hard men creating good times and good times creating,
The
you
fourth
know,
turning, man. Gotta love it
you know,
when Tim Pool yells about that.
yeah.
I love him. I love Tim Pool. Shout out to that guy. He's great. Does a
You,
lot of
you
really good work, and I respect
you
him
may
greatly for it.
you may catch some flack for saying that,
No,
but
no,
you
no.
know,
Listen. No, Tim's a good guy, and he does a lot of good work. And as far as like independent journalism goes, you know, he's up there. But he does talk about that a lot, and I think he's right about it. I think we're in that final stage where we're going to see
you know,
something really big happen here soon, and a lot of people aren't going to know how to deal with it.
yeah, I've been taking the last 10 or so years to prepare for something, and that could be a hurricane, right? That could be
Yeah,
an extended blackout. That could be
right.
a kinetic event of war. Like, I have no idea. Have you gotten into prepping or, you know, a life of
A little
preparedness?
bit.
Or
Some of it with the guns, some of it with the food. Thankfully, the area that I live in is pretty rural, so we don't have to worry about much. A lot of the local food supply is from local farms, so I know that I wouldn't immediately have a problem like where I was living before in a big city, where just as distribution networks break down, what is global finance policy and what the fuck is Ukraine?
George Washington.
Floor Brand's on it, man. He
Yeah.
gets it. So thankfully, a lot of the prep here is just mentally and just making connections and knowing who I can rely on, and knowing where everything is. But a little bit, because you really never know. You never know what's going to happen, and with the kind of bizarro world that we live in today, it's that much more unsure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, where we're going to be, 6 months, a year, 6 years, 10 years. Like, I don't know. Of course, I hope that we remain a civil world with a rule of law, and I also don't know. So having now having being a little bit older, having a family and shit. Like I got a daughter, so it's like, damn, the thought of a like truly a kinetic event is much less sexy with a fucking 5-year-old.
Yeah. No,
Like
I mean
people,
it changes your outlook. This is what I've heard. I don't have any kids, but it changes your outlook and your angle of attack on everything. Because
yeah,
now it's not just you. It's not just you and your buddies, and you're gonna fucking go gung ho about it. Like you now
yeah,
have a family. You have something that you've built that you need to protect. And
yeah,
I respect that above all, man. Saying, hey, listen, I have a family that I have to take care of, so I need to make preparations not just for myself, but for my family, the people that I love most in this world.
yeah.
I respect that. Like you don't believe that.
Yeah, and it's I appreciate that, and it's crazy, that the idea of a kinetic event, like a civil unrest type of situation, is also kind of sensationalized, like some of the other stuff that we talked about. So I don't know what is going to get us out of this situation, but
It's
I
gonna
know
take
that
something. Something's got to give, man. If it's
yeah,
not, a social upheaval, if it's not that shift in the minds of the American people, if people don't start waking up, something's gonna happen. It's
yeah,
gonna take something big, and I think we're seeing the very first little pieces of it here. It's starting to poke its, rear its ugly head. I mean, you heard about the Nord Stream pipeline.
yeah,
We're in World War III, guys. Like this is where the textbooks will say this is where it started.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I
and that's
mean,
kind of wild to think about.
oh yeah, it's crazy. And if I could give anybody any advice, and like trust me, I'm not the guy that's got it all together, right? But if I could give anyone any advice, I would say the main things to focus on. You're gonna have so much shit, especially with the way that the world has been kind of even like preparing prepper shit. Like
Yeah,
there's prepper aisles at fucking Walmart and Dick's, and like even that's been like turned into like a consumeristic kind of vision
yeah.
of
It's turned itself into its own meme at this point.
yeah, yeah, basically. And like s- though like hoarding shit isn't like the way, right? Like, you know, living you want to really take your preparedness into like full effect, like getting land and having a 100% self-sufficient fucking
Yeah, living
continent.
off the grid, not being dependent on anything. That's the dream. Obviously, everybody wants to. Well,
Yeah.
all of the cool people want to do that.
Yeah.
If you're in the know, that's what you like. But that's the dream. If I could have 40 acres and a house that I don't have to pay utilities on or a mortgage on, and I could just do whatever the fuck I want on my own land.
Yeah.
I like to talk about my politics. I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm libertine, right? I want liberty. I want freedom. I want that libertarian dream of just being left the fuck alone and
Yeah.
being able to do my thing and self-actualize as an individual and not have to worry about the government breathing down my back every 5 seconds.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, bro. I think as long as we focus on, you know, water, food, shelter, security, whether you're in a fucking apartment or if you have that, acreage just make sure you guys are aware to what's going on in the world and
Yeah.
preparing. Because all you guys out there, there's still 60 of you guys with us. All of you guys are important. You guys are your families, like your future. All of you guys are important. All of you guys can make an impact. So make sure that you uphold that promise to preserving yourself. Like the reason that we carry guns, right? Like it's easy to take the black pill, so don't do that. You can look at the black pill, you can take it out and visit it and be like, man, this shit's fucked up, right?
It's good to know that the black pill exists.
Yeah,
it's good to have that little nugget of information in the back of your mind, but you shouldn't let it consume you. And that's like you said, why do we carry guns? To protect ourselves, to protect our families, to protect our culture, to protect what this wonderful gift of American essentialism and freedom is. That's how you protect it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Winter is coming.
Excuse me.
Very true. Well, we can go ahead and wrap it up. I'm sorry, I should have asked if you guys have questions.
No, it's all good.
Feel free to ask. I apologize if I didn't engage with chat much. We just had such a blast here.
It was such a good time, man. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Thanks for coming on. Is there plans for you to do like a channel?
I have a YouTube channel. I haven't done much with it. I might start doing stuff with it. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. If it's politics, if it's guns, if it's just having conversations with people. I don't know. I'm willing to get some insight from some professionals like yourself. I'm willing to get some tips and recommendations from the community and see what's missing. Because I really do want to cool. Okay, I got the b00gles and I got the money. It's cool, right? But I want to be a part of the culture. I want to do something to pay it forward.
Hell yeah.
I want to help out. I want to be a part of the solution. I don't want to be a part of the problem.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I think you would do an awesome job. On a channel, just chatting, having a conversation like this. And for all you guys out there, I know we are wrapping up, but before you go, just wait a second before you guys start backing out. 9 of y'all left. Just hang on a second. We still got a couple quick things to cover before we wrap up. But for all you guys, if you think our boy Kim here should start a channel, put a dick in chat, like a number 8, and then equal signs and a capital D, just a big old dick. Some of you guys would do like a little chode, but
that I can see from where I'm sitting.
But I think you would do a great job doing something like that.
I really appreciate it, man.
You get a cool personality,
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much that means to me, man.
Oh yeah, man. I'm happy to.
I see a dick.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got some dicks.
I see more dicks. Yes.
Baby dick. A tentacle.
Hey, that's okay. It's okay. I accept tentacles.
Another dick.
One
singular dick.
Hell yeah, man.
Come on, PLA. You're only gonna give me one little singular dick? Come on, man. I'm tired, damn it. Thanks.
Hey, man. Existence. Thank you. I did it for you guys, man. It's for the culture. It's for the movement.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that. That's a good one.
More dick. And we got one vagina. Yeah. One vagina.
Hey. Equal opportunity, baby. Equal opportunity.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
We love the fairer sex around here.
We're going to show some of the stuff off. And while I get this stuff out, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting. It is officially time. The newest 80% frame that all of you guys have been waiting for is on the market. The Geisler frame is now available, and there is only one place in the United States that you can get the jig, and that is at dldhardware.com.
Wow, that looks so clean, dude.
Dude, the jig is literally like the best quality jig I've ever put my hands on. I've done dozens of P80s, Lone Wolves. I've done them all. And this thing is solid. And it's only like, maybe $5 more than a standard P80 jig. And you get all the hardware. You get not only the clamshell jig, but this bolts shut with 3 bolts. So no more, like, look, this is how much I'd be building, y'all. I got the tape to tape jigs just chilling here on my desk. Like that's how much I tape jigs. So no more taping jigs because you have 3 bolts that close this bitch and it's shut for you. And you got a handle so you can sit here and work on it and do whatever. and you get like actual like long, good. I probably shouldn't be talking about long stuff like that. But
Hey, yo, pause.
if you're talking about the dicks, but you guys get, where are you? There we are. So these have been used on 2 frames already, but these are the bits that you get. You actually get like 2 twice coated high speed fucking bits, and after using them on 2 frames, they're still sharp as the dick ends. Sorry. And you get all the hardware and shit except the rails and stuff. So y'all gotta find the frames yourself, if you know what I'm saying. If anybody knows where you can find the frames, maybe put that in chat, because I don't want to, you know,
beats me
like that. But the jigs are here, and they're only like $30, y'all. So do your thing. Now, lastly, I got an order from Tack Knives, which is our friends at Tack Knives.
Whoa!
Instead of me just you know, saying, yeah, send me a couple and I'll review them, I may have purchased a few. So. And these are ones that are like not even out yet, bro.
Holy shit!
These I'll show some real quick. So this may look familiar. Very simple design.
Dude. Oh, right? With the Tonto, man, I want one now. That's crazy.
Well, I may be able to get you one.
No, fuck it, dude. That looks so nice.
Dude, it's so fucking dope.
Oh, dude, OTF blades are sick as fuck.
I may have purchased an extra one of these on purpose so I could give it away to the viewers. And of course, God damn it, I dropped it. And of course, I couldn't get it to give it away to the viewers and not include the Kydex.
Damn. Y'all better get in on this fucking giveaway, man. This looks clean.
I may be able to hook you up, you know.
Appreciate it.
With the
wow, with the belt clip and everything.
Yeah, the tech lock on the back. I actually took the tech lock off my other one and I put like the belt loops on it. This shit's fire. I just wanted to show that one off. So I'm gonna work out a giveaway so I can give at least one of these away, if not more. And I also just really quickly want to show these before we wrap up. This is the most important. I'll keep that to the side for a second. So this isn't even available on their website, but this is the red MTU 15, and the reason why this is so fucking cool is because y'all know I typically carry the the Barracuda, which is the carbon fiber one with the CNC D2 tool steel blade. Well, this is the newest MTU 15 with the D2 tool steel Barracuda style blade, right? That one is one of the keepers that I actually bought for myself, y'all. So that one oh yeah, here's the hardware for the jig and the tool.
3 bolts, guys. That's so much nicer than the jig I used for my my Polymer 8019.
3 bolts, 2 bits, all of that shit's okay. Now this is one that actually just became available on the site. This, yes.
Hell.
And
oh no! Oh my god!
And you ready?
Get out of town, man. That's
a fucking OTF Karambit. And it is D2 tool steel. The other ones are 416R, which isn't bad steel, you know. But this shit, like, you could just kind of be like hanging, you know, flipping it around and wow.
What's up, man?
Never mind. Maybe, never mind. You know. Sorry, I'm such a.
That's cool as fuck, man.
And I may have a couple more here real quick. So y'all know I am all about anything glowy blue.
Ooh,
Well,
my favorite color.
Hell yeah. Blue is my go-to. I got way too many blue guns. I got way too many blue things all over the place. They actually forgot to send me one, but I ain't gonna hold it against them right now. Is this no? Okay. So specifically for your boy Dark, they said, "Hey, I noticed that you like that blue shit, bro." And I was like, "Yeah." So they said, "Okay, we're gonna come up with something." Let me go full screen here real quick. Sorry,
Go for it.
Go away.
No, please. We have to show this off.
So they said, what if we took our super duper special, I forgot the model of this number, and we made it unique.
Oh my god!
Look at that.
That's so nice. Look at the etching on that.
Right? Fucking laser etched blue with like a
dagger
G10
point. Look
insert.
at that, man.
Glass breaker on that motherfucker with the bead too.
Oh yeah.
And this is actually the largest OTF that they offer. And I'm sorry, I should probably tell you guys that if you use code DARK, you get 20% off.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I know where I'm spending the rest of my money, man.
Bro, oh, that's true. They do accept gift cards. I could confirm that. But bro,
I might have to pick one up.
This is only like $69.
Hey, nice.
And the new one, this one that's in D2 Tool Steel, is the same price. I was like, bro, aren't they like more expensive? So they forgot to send me a knife or two, but that's okay. I'm sure they'll get it out to me.
That's whatever. Man,
I gotta say, these two are probably my favorites. This you couldn't find it online. Okay, Kurt, which one? The blue one? Oh shit, my bad. Kurt, let me know. You couldn't find the blue one online? Aren't they giving karma its away with purchase of a pro knife? What? Oh no, they're giving so right now they have a sale and they're giving flashlights away. They're giving like pen lights away. So it's I got a Charlie horse, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Ow. God, if I could cut it out, motherfucker.
Oh no.
If you can't find the blue one online, I will pull it up. It is very difficult to find. You literally have to look through like every listing on the website. Just know, for all you guys out there, if you can't carry double-edged in your state, then just, this isn't the one for you.
Do your research. Be responsible. Know the laws in your area.
Yes. See, Kim knows. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Ow.
But as someone who used to live in a very bad state to live in
a not so friendly state,
in a not free state, how about that?
But I am actually going to find a way. I was thinking of just doing it tonight, but I want to put like a little more into it, and I'm going to give away this guy with the tech lock, the Kydex, the blade with the
clean.
It's just cool as shit, and it's not the most expensive blade, guys, but like it's something that
who cares? It looks sick as fuck,
right? It kind of looks like a Microtech, and honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I went to XCal today. I got a bunch of fucking ammo and a Glock 21. I'm actually in need, y'all. I need Glock 21 parts. Oh, I shouldn't handle that. Sorry. I need Glock 21 parts. I need a lower parts kit. If anybody out there has a Glock 21 lower parts kit, I will buy that shit from you, bro. I'll let your boy. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have.
Y'all heard it. There's a bounty.
Yes, big bounty. But I'll find a way to give this guy away to y'all, and I'll give you the whole rig. It also comes with one of the FUD.
The FUD holsters.
Yeah, the FUD holster. But aside from that, y'all, I want to find ways like this to kind of contribute back to you guys, and if that excites you, then you know, I like to find more ways to do stuff like that. So, but that's all I got for you, Kim. Anything else before we close out?
I'm super happy to be here. Thanks for having me. Y'all can find me on Twitter at KEM_REGIK, just how it's spelled here, right there in the doobly-doo. I also have a YouTube account with that same name. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Stay tuned. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know.
You're going to do a lot. Fucking.
I'm going to do something with it. I'm going to do something. You'll see some. I have a very funny video. You should look at it. If you guys want to see some funny shit, I have a couple of good ones.
Actually, too many choices. It's not a 20. It's a 21. 21. It's a 45 ACP. I actually picked up a bunch of 45 ACP.
Nice.
So, guys, please make sure you go to Twitter, follow Kim Regic.
Yeah, Regic. I do cool shit. I talk about shit, and I complain about shit, and I dunk on people every so often.
Hell yeah. And he prints shit from time to time.
And I print shit. I'm gonna start printing more shit. I have to clean my 3D print. I've got a bunch of glue sticks residue on it. I have to fucking. I'm gonna have to get plastic razors and just shave that shit off. But,
a little mess. Soap and water works really well.
I've heard.
Yeah. Oh, Flying Rich, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Yo! It's the Rooch.
Richie Rich. Dark is slowly being converted to 40 Smith & Wesson. I am not being converted to 40 Smith & Wesson. Dude, I got like 24 9mm
40 is a dumb caliber. Don't buy it.
Yes, see? He knows.
It's a dumb caliber. Don't buy it.
See,
9mm bust, baby.
It's the dark side, but not like my dark side. Not like, it's not good. Thumbs down.
Yeah, no.
What could you leave the viewers with? Any like dad advice or any words of wisdom or anything like that?
Keep fighting the good fight, man. They can't stop the signal. We've already won. We just have to get that final little push to get all of this stuff formally done and over with once and for all. Be excellent to each other. Remember what we're all here for. We're all on the same side. We can't let this fall apart into infighting and nonsense. We have to be there together for each other.
Dude, that was deep, man. That's fucking deep. Because in this community, like, there's a lot of us eating each other, and
no, we can't have that. You know who does that? The fucking commies and the hardcore leftists. They do that, and that's why they constantly lose. We don't want to be like them because they're a bunch of losers. So we have to stick together so that we can win. That's how you win, is by sticking together and fighting the good fight.
You heard it here first, guys. Don't be a commie.
No, don't. That's about the worst thing you can be.
Be excellent to each other is a phrase that I love. And, I close out every single one of my streams the same way since the beginning of time. Maybe there's a little bit of gap at the beginning, but since very early on, I've closed my streams all the same way. I start by saying, guys, rule number 1 is be kind. It is so important that we're kind in everything that we do. Every little interaction that you have, that brief moment where you could be kind to somebody, you could have a massive impact on their life. So always be kind. Rule number 2 is live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. That's the way that the world works. A hand that's open to give is open to receive.
Exactly.
Also, we know that the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men that are skilled in violence. So make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you.
Stay strapped or get clapped, baby.
Yes. What's the other one? You stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah, that's what's
with
up.
That, I love all you guys. Make sure you go follow your boy, Kim Regic, and obviously you know me, DLD, After Dark, and you will see on my website that those motherfucking Geisler jigs are live right now, and they're only $30.
Yes,
so
pick those up, guys. Pick those up.
Hell yeah.
The only place in the world where you can pick them up.
Fuck yeah. Appreciate you coming on, dude.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
Peace.